In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious. Assalamu alaikum, respected audience. Hope you're all good. I welcome you in my new video. Today, my video is related to communication and a very important form of communication, non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is basically neither written nor oral. Now the question comes to the mind, what it is then? It is based on movements, expressions. Generally, non-verbal communication is called as body language. Yes, human body, it conveys messages without words. And these messages are very strong, very powerful. Sometimes these messages are separate. Separately they convey their meanings. For example, I want to request somebody to come to me. So I will do this. But when I use it with words, come please. So in this way, they both will work side by side. So this is very interesting. So let's go to some detailed points. Some very important examples. We start with the facial expressions. It is commonly believed that face is an index of the mind. That whatever goes on in your mind, that is reflected by your face. When you are happy, your face will reflect you. When you are sad, it will reflect you. When you are disappointed, there will be disappointment on your face. So are many other expressions. So when you are talking about your happiness and you are happy, there will be happiness on your face. The way other expressions will be. So whatever is in your mind, the expression will be on the face. Then we have eye contact. Very important. Eyes are. It is said that eyes are like the windows to the soul. They never tell a lie. Whatever goes on in our mind within, that is reflected by our eyes. So, eye contact is very important. It makes a connection between the audience and the speaker. And also there is an engagement. When you see somebody, there is an engagement. The people give you time. The people listen you. They take more interest. So this is a kind of encouragement for you to talk with more confidence. Then we have some other expressions like gestures. Gestures are the movements of hands, shoulders, head, sometimes foot, arms. But most important gestures, they are of the hands. Example, come, go, sit, stand, goodbye, well done, victory. So these are very common expressions. They give message to the listeners, to the audience, and they're very interesting. Sometimes there is a variation from culture to culture. For example, one movement in one culture means something else, and in the other culture it has some other meaning. But in every culture there are gestures, and they are very, very meaningful. Then it's very important that a person's silence, it conveys a message. For example, your anger, your disagreement, or your deep thinking, or sometimes you want to delay your feedback, you want to delay your reply. so you are silent. So silence is also non-verbal, and it is very deep, and it conveys many meaningful things to the listeners. Then there is the tone of your voice: excited, certain, uncertain, confident. It gives a very meaningful message to your listeners, to the audience. Then appearance of the speaker, of the listeners, of the people around you. For example, appearance of the speaker, his personality, his dress, his haircut, his walking style, and other postures of the body. In the same way, the appearance of the setting of the bank. This is also the environmental location: bank, classroom, library, office, airport, etc. They have their different kinds of non-verbal locations, and they convey meanings. They give you meanings. So sometimes we are impressed by a person's appearance, but sometimes we are wrong. There are contradictions. For example, we think a person has a very good personality. He's wearing a very good suit. He's good looking. He's handsome. He has a very dashing style. But when he talks, we change our opinion. In this regard, I would like to quote a very important story from great scholar Sheikh Sadi Rahmatullah alayh. Sheikh Sadi narrates that once I was sitting with my friends. A person came to our company, he said, and I saw him. And I was really impressed by the personality of that person. But after some time, that person spoke due to any reason, and the whole impression of his personality, it was broken. I changed my opinion. Possibly, the person spoke in a way that was not matching with his dashing and attractive personality. So sometimes there are contradictions in non-verbal communication. Then we have expressions of feelings in non-verbal communication. For example, child is angry with his mother. He is silent. He is giving angry expressions. He needs milk. He needs toys. On the other hand, you are angry with your friend because of some problem, some matter. So there will be an expression on his face. Then there are other feelings of love, of anger, disappointment, certainty, uncertainty, fear, excitement. They're all different expressions. And all these expressions, they give a meaning. They are great feelings. And in everyday life, they go side by side with effective oral or written communication, especially with the oral communication. Then, very important is your posture. The way you are standing, the way you are sitting, the way you move. Okay? Sitting in what way? It shows your inner. Are you confident? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you hopeful? Or pessimistic? Or angry? That is shown by your different postures. So the postures should be very, very confident while speaking, while sitting in a gathering among the people. If I go to the conclusion of this short lecture, you see that non-verbal communication, it is the very important part of the verbal communication. It's always present in life. If we have a look around us, the best and great teachers, lawyers, businessmen, they are all the great experts in the expressions of non-verbal communication. They are great professionals. And this is one of the secrets of their professional promotions and also success. Mark Twain, a great English writer, he says, actions speak louder than the words. Yes, he's right. Some actions are so powerful that even a single action is enough to convey its meaning. There, you need hundreds of words for it, but one expression is enough to convey its meaning. So sometimes such expressions, they become so important that the words, whether they are written or oral, they become weak and they become less important sometimes. So it is very important that when you think that smile on one hand is an expression, you just smile and give an expression, and this expression will give a meaning. But on the other hand, if you define smile, you need 10, 15 words and then example after this. So it is better to give a smile and convey the meaning. Okay, so we see that non-verbal communication, it has great power. For example, one gesture of the king is enough to execute somebody. One simple movement of the pen is enough to issue an order by an officer. One rising of the finger of the umpire is enough to make somebody out the game. In the same manner, one movement of the hand of traffic police officer is enough to either stop the car or to give it the way. And sometimes these expressions are the part of life. Waving or giving some message to anybody by your hands, okay, illustrating something like a circle, okay, scratching those, that is unintentional. So all these are movements. They convey very powerful message. I would like to conclude this short lecture in the words of great Muslim philosopher Maulana Rumi.
Silence is an ocean. Speech is a river. When the ocean is searching for you, don't walk into the river. Listen to the ocean. When the lips are silent, the heart has 100 tongues.
Non-verbal communication is very powerful. All we have to do is to use it in the proper way. That's all for today. Thank you so much. I hope you will enjoy and take benefit from this video. Thank you so much. We'll meet next time. Inshallah. Allah Hafiz.